Hello, good afternoon, welcome to Royal Quays Marina here in North Shields. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. So what we're doing here? Well, this afternoon we are travelling from the nearby port of Tyne across the North Sea to Amsterdam. We are on board with DFDS Seaways on one of their 18-hour mini cruise services. This is a trip which I've wanted to do for some time, but for whatever reason I have not got around to doing it. So for the purposes of this channel and the fact I celebrate my 50th birthday this year, we have booked the Commodore room. Currently the weather is slightly overcast, but I believe a little later on it's supposed to brighten up, so I'm hoping for a nice crossing. So with all that said, let's get ourselves to the terminal, get checked in, get on board our boat, find our cabin, and I'll see you a little later on in Amsterdam. Bye for now. Hello and good afternoon everybody, and welcome to North Shields. I am currently making my way to the DFDS terminal located in the port of Tyne, where tonight, well at 5 PM, I'll be catching one of their 18-hour mini cruise services crossing the North Sea to Amsterdam. Although DFDS advertised this service as Newcastle to Amsterdam, the ship actually departs from the port of Tyne in North Shields, which is some 6 or 7 miles away from Newcastle city centre, and docks in Ijmuiden, apologies if I've mispronounced that, on the coast of the Netherlands. DFDS do operate coach transfers to and from each city centre, which I'll go into a little bit later on. There are 2 vessels that cover this route, the Princess Seaways, which is the one I am on tonight, and the larger ship, King Seaways. If you are travelling without a car, pedestrian access can be found just off Commodore Cabin, or if you do have a car, access can be found a little further up. Although slightly off the beaten track, there are 3 ways to get to the DFDS ferry terminal. First, you can drive. It's located just off the A19 and close to the Tyne tunnel. Secondly, if you are arriving into Newcastle city centre, DFDS have a dedicated bus stop a short walk from Newcastle Central Station. I think buses depart at 2:45 and 3:45, but check first. And lastly, the nearest Tyne and Weir metro station is Meadowell. Again, it's about a 15-minute walk. Inside the terminal itself, there is very little on offer. There's a small check-in area and security. Once checked in, you are given a boarding pass that doubles as your key card, and you can get printed out confirmation if you've booked the coach service at the other end. Once on board, you are greeted by some extremely friendly staff and pointed in the right direction of your cabin. And here we are, home for the next 18 hours or so on the 8th deck. A very nice sized cabin, which we'll take a look around a little later on. But for now, we'll head outside for departure. Departure was early at 4:15. Collingwood Monument, a Grade 2 listed monument dedicated to Vice Admiral Lord Cuthbert Collingwood, noted for being second in command to Admiral Lord Nelson during the Battle of Trafalgar. Behind the monument is Tyne Priory and Castle. After his victory at the Battle of Bannockburn, Robert the Bruce attacked Tyne, but the castle was successfully defended. The sea is looking a wee bit choppier. The lighthouse at the end of the North Pier. Now that we're in open water, let's check out what this ship has to offer. On the top deck, deck 11, you'll find access to the sky bar. Prices are also pretty good, around €5.5 for a half litre. And it comes with a rather nice view. Okay, back in our cabin, and before we go out to dinner, we'll take a quick look around the room. First off, the bed, the mattress, duvet and pillows were all very comfortable. There is also a comfortable sofa bed in the corner. Each Commodore cabin comes with a complimentary minibar. There are a couple of beers, a couple of small glasses of wine, 2 bottles of water, 1 still, 1 sparkling, and some pop. The large bottle of wine from Sainsbury's I brought. But all will get demolished at some point through this trip. Above the minibar there is some room to hang some items of clothing. There is a large flat screen TV, but most channels were in Dutch. There is a sea view with 2 windows which can be covered by curtains. Next to the main door you'll find the cabin's main light switches. The door can also be securely locked from the inside. Also on the back of the door you will find the passenger safety information. Power comes in the form of 1 European socket. There are also a couple of USB ports behind the bedside lights. There is also a large mirror and another light. And a telephone to contact passenger services. There's also an information pack that contains menus amongst other things, as well as other vital information. Commodore passengers also get complimentary Wi-Fi. The bathroom is of good size. It comes complete with a hairdryer, a socket for electric razor. The water pressure was good and there was plenty of hot water. On deck 6 you'll find the Explorer's Kitchen. This is a self-service and eat as much as you like buffet. Choice is excellent with a large range of breads, salads and dips, 2 pizzas, burgers and chilies, 2 tacos and tortillas, there's also a large range of noodle dishes, curries, pasta dishes and cottage pie and roast beef with seasonal veg. Dessert is also on offer, as is a range of cheeses and biscuits. If you do fancy something a little bit more upmarket, a 2 or 3 course a la carte menu is available at the North Sea Bistro. A 2 course menu will set you back €44.95 per person, or 3 course €49 per person. That's canny pricey. Entertainment can be found on deck 8 at the Columbus Club. There's a bit of bingo at 9.
Number 71, and it's Haven the Energy.
And a live band play for you a little later on. Also on deck 8 there's a cinema. Tickets can be purchased from guest services on deck 6, costing €8.50 per person. There's also the Navigator's Pub on deck 8, which again plays live music. DFDS advertised that there's a casino on board, but due to the ship sailing under a Danish flag, and with their strict gambling laws, in reality there's just a few root machines. But there is a little games area for the kids. As it's now fast approaching midnight, I'll bid you good night and see you in the morning. I awake around 5:30 and get out on deck for about 6 to try and catch the sunrise. Because of the low clouds, there was no sunrise. As previously mentioned, there are 2 ships that cover this route. Tonight we are on Princess Seaways. She was built in 1986 and initially operated routes between her native Germany and Sweden. In 1993 she was renamed Spirit of Tasmania and swapped Europe for Australia, and covered the route between Melbourne and Devonport. Having crossed the Boss Strait some 2,800 times, she returned to Europe in 2002 when she was bought by Norwegian company Fjordline and renamed Fjord Norway. She was eventually bought by Danish shipping company DFDS Seaways in 2006. In 2007 she's been operating the route between Newcastle and Amsterdam. She was renamed Princess Seaways in 2011. An hour or so later the sun finally did break them clouds. And this is why I love travel. I love doing this channel. It's times like this when you can get a moment in an otherwise hectic schedule. You get a view that's so peaceful and so relaxing, and just gives you time to recharge and gather your thoughts. All that thinking has made me a tad bit hungry. I have been told not to do it too often. Commodore passengers have a complimentary breakfast that's served in the North Sea Bistro. Selection is again fantastic with a range of fresh fruit. Food, there's a selection of scrambled eggs, beans, bacon, sausages and hash browns. There's also a wide range of cereals and pastries. You can get breakfast brought to your room, but be advised this is just a continental offering with no hot food options. Just fill out the form and leave with guest services on deck 6. If you're in standard cabin, breakfast is at a cost of £12 per person. Alternatively, there is a cafe on board offering Starbucks coffees and pastries. Next to which there's a little soft play area for the children. The duty-free shop can also be found on deck 6. The shop serves a wide range of spirits, wines and beers, along with toys, gadgets, perfumes, aftershaves and clothing. Just be mindful of your allowances. The sun has now long gone and welcome hail. The harbour pilot. As we have now arrived into the harbour and are about to dock, I'll take a moment to sum up this video, but please remember that these are just my own opinions. Firstly, pricing. Although the Commodore Cabin was quite expensive, prices do fluctuate quite rapidly. If you're not fixed to a certain date and take a bit of time over it, you can get a good price. I paid £325, that was about 6 weeks in advance. If you're not bothered about a sea view, standard cabins are a lot cheaper, and keep an eye out on the DFDS website as they always offer deals. Also look on websites such as Groupon and Voucher. Transfers. From Newcastle city centre to the port of Tyne, it's approximately £6.50 per person each way. From the port to Amsterdam city centre, it's £9 per person each way. For the buffet, it is £24.90 per person, which I find quite expensive. Drinks are on top of that. If you don't pre-book and pay at check-in, it's even more expensive, so make sure you pre-book. The crossing was absolutely brilliant, the onboard crew were excellent, and the ship was kept spotlessly clean throughout. You could almost say it was ship shape. I know, sorry. The food was nice, although expensive, but the drinks in the bars were completely priced, and the onboard experience, in my opinion, was fantastic. The room itself was really comfortable, the shower was excellent, and the minibar was a nice touch, although it could have been a little bit fuller. So would I recommend? Absolutely, the overall experience was fantastic. Arrival into the harbour was on time at 9:45. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and I really do hope you enjoy the video. If you are new to the channel or just haven't yet, then please do hit that subscribe button. But until our paths cross again, do take care, stay safe. Again, thanks for watching. Bye for now.